Hey, it's you again. I see you survived with your epidermis intact.
Of course. Takes more than a giant rampaging inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Not a bad idea. Thanks.
So for completing a personal story step, Allie gets to choose a reward, basically what offhand she wants to use.
Match my brilliance.
And we give her a bag as well, so that she can hold more things now. And by equipping the dagger in the offhand, she now has the additional ability to unlock the 4th and 5th skill for that combination.
Welcome to Metrica Province. You'll find private laboratories all over where our crews work on dangerous research, and we pay the price for excellence. Labs need to be carefully maintained, but I'm sure that's not news to you. We see a fair bit of interference from the Inquest. They're envious of our advances and covered our research materials. Our researchers could use someone with your talents. On your journey, you may also encounter nefarious events in the world. Don't let these opportunities pass by you. Jump in and help. As you gad about, you'll encounter our Magi Matter transportive devices, more commonly known as waypoints. They're mini-gates that, for a trivial fee, transport you across great distances. They're the second most convenient way to travel next to our gates. In the vast, wide world, a plethora of challenges await you, some more demanding than others. Watch for the special ones, because they'll give you an opportunity to increase your skill and exceed your own limits.
So the 3 big things that this scout nicely just told us about the area was, 1, the hearts, our renowned regions, are basically the static content that's always there to help you kind of progress through the game. This is usually done through, if you think about it like a traditional quest hub where there's a guy who's like, go kill 5 wolves, go collect 3 wolf pelts, and go kill 3 mosquitoes. This is all combined into one thing. So here we're helping doulas golemencing research.
Quite.
And we give you multiple ways to do this, and we don't require you to do a particular one. It's all about your choice. So in this case, Allie's coming here to help repair a broken down golem. And so we give you some techno babble to kind of read through. And when you're done, she's basically completed about 5-10% of the renown region. So there's other golems that she can go do and find around the region. There's also, like right in front of her, the Asura Chess, or our RC golem controlling. This is kind of a cool mini game that Lisa Davis came up with, where basically it's kind of like a Rock'em Sock'em Robots kind of thing, where 2 players can play against each other, but if there's no second player, then the computer will nicely take over one of them. And it's a little duel between 2 golems, and allows you to kind of control and bust up your opponent. So you'll find many games like this scattered around all of Tyria, and we try and make each of the renowned regions a little bit unique, a little distinctive, and mix it up a little bit and tell some interesting stories. The renowned regions really are kind of the NPCs' individual stories in the world, and kind of what's going on for their lives. Here's Battleground Plaza. This is actually a really cool spot. If you check it out during the beta, there's 4 labs that are trying to build the best golem they can, and they're tied to each of the elements. And based on the success of events with players' involvement, will basically determine who actually gets to win those fights. So one of the new things we added for BWE3 was the idea of Vistas. So we really wanted to show off kind of the cool artistic element that has gone into all of these maps and the amount of time that our map artists have put in. But we also wanted to add a little bit of a challenge as well. So we've marked spots on the map called Vistas. You'll need to go visit all these locations for map completion, where you can get some really additional experience and some cool rewards. And some of them are a little bit challenging. Some of them are all involve jumping puzzles to some extent. But we try and keep them fairly easy. We actually do have full jumping puzzles in the game, and those are designed to be rather challenging and difficult. It almost became an arms race between the various map artists to see who could make the most challenging one. So for interacting with the Vista, you get this cool aerial view to check out some of the locations, and also we give you some experience as well. So we really wanted to give players multiple ways to advance through the game, and letting them play the game the way they chose to. Some of the other cool areas around here is there's a school for the young Asura, and there's some interesting events that happen in that location with the lessons going wrong. So I definitely recommend you guys check that out during the beta. And here's another thing for this renown, where basically this Golem Assistant is asking players to test out these abilities, and so it can kind of collect data based on it, and it doesn't really work out well for the player sometimes.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I saw that. Squeeze.
In this case, the Golem gets the better of us. But so one of the other things we wanted to show off was, so Lion's Arch has been in the game. It's something we showed off at the last BWE. But we kind of want to show how easy it was for players really to, get together and play with their friends. Because one of our big goals for Guild Wars 2 was to make it so it was easier for friends to play together, and there wasn't nearly as many hurdles to prevent it, like, being on different quest steps and things like that. So we made the dynamic event system allows people to come in and go as they please. And so here, if you remember right when Ali beat the Golem, the giant big Golem boss, she started right outside Radasum, the city. And just by turning around and walking inside, she's able to, one, check out the capital city for the Asura, but also it allows her to walk through an Asura gate that takes her straight to Lion's Arch. And this is the same for all of the races. So everybody can, just as soon as they get out of their little intro experience, which kind of explains what's going on with the game, they can just walk through the gate, go to Lion's Arch, and then travel to any of the other cities. So if you got a buddy who's playing Char, from Lion's Arch, you can go straight to Black Citadel, form up in a party with him, and continue on. Also, to kind of help out additional players with, when they have friends that come in a little bit later, as you advance through the levels, we actually have a level adjustment system. So when you, like that starting area was level 2 through 5 experience, each of the various regions will actually be capped by level, so it'll actually scale your character down. You'll still be more powerful because you have more skills unlocked, more traits and attributes and stuff like that, so we scale it back a little. But one of the ways that we do, or the reasons why we do this, is because basically, as a higher level character, all we're doing is unlocking more places for you to play. And you can go and explore all these regions and still have an interesting, experience. It's not you walking in with a level 80 character, sneezing and everybody falling over dead. So we still give you a little bit of a challenge, but encourage. It just gives you that easier sense of exploration. So Lion's Arch is pretty much the main hub of Tyria, where all the 5 races have converged. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here. A ton of vistas. There's a diving board to go check out. You should do at launch. And that's about it for this tutorial, or this playthrough. So thanks, guys.
Our deeds are reflected in the dream.
Alright, so guys, I want to thank you for listening to this demo as Ali played through. Thanks again for Reenet for being such huge fans of Guild Wars 2. We're really looking forward to final release coming here shortly next month. Don't forget, if you pre-purchase the game, you can actually get in early access on the 25th of August. Otherwise, we'll see you in the game on August 28th.
Guess what happened next?